Jessie Louie of Nan, Hashna Johnny Alec Lugi, again Amatrisa Hell of Tanos, Tawachina Klahoose First Nation. What I just said, my name is Jessie Ann Louie. My father is Johnny Alec Louie. My mother is Amatrisa Hill, and I am from the Klahoose First Nation. I am proud of becoming the first woman chief in Klahoose First Nation. I made the first move. It was a very difficult one. In those days, the women's lib just had come into effect, and it wasn't very easy for me to be out there, especially when it come to meetings. I was the only woman there amongst other chiefs, men chiefs. I was very young, I was in my early 20s. And to introduce myself amongst the other chiefs was terrifying for me, but I stood my ground. I introduced myself, proud as I could be, to say who I was and where I was from. I was the first one actually to get this water system in Klahoose, that it's still going today. This is 50 years ago. And I actually used a witching stick to find the water. And when the drillers went down, and then they came to see me, they said, there's just nothing, there's no water. I said, no, you got to go down further. And they went another 3 feet, and then they hit the water. I happened to be there at that time, and it was gushing out 10 gallons a minute. That alone is something I'm very proud of. I came back here in 1999. Being away from the community for 20 years, I had to kind of get to know the people over again, kind of feel my way around what was needed, what was missing, and it seems like language was nowhere to be found, and because we only have one speaker left here that is fluent, and you go into other communities, you're kind of hearing the same thing, so that's really scary, and I'm just so happy that I got invited to teach at the school, because at least that way I'm getting to the Klahoose children. I always recall that one day coming home, it was summertime, and I was sitting across my mother at the table, kitchen table. We sat there in silence. I wanted to speak to her, but she didn't understand English, and I couldn't speak our mother tongue. I couldn't speak our language to her. So that was really where that kind of hit me, how separated we were from my parents. Like she says, I don't even know you kids anymore. And that hurt. I find baking or cooking anything is relaxing for me. My mother always did a lot of canning. I remember in the summer months when I came home, we had to get ready to go berry picking. Dad used to make little lard cans and stuff for our in our language called yachai. It's yachai was the lard can that he put a little string on it around our neck so we could pick the berries. My expression that I always remember is from my father. After getting everything prepared for the winter, he'd always announce at the end, let it snow. One thing I do is share. I like to share what I have, whatever I can, whatever I bake. If I have extra, I always like to share. And it gives me a good feeling that I can do that, because a lot of people can't. And to offer something that I can do and they can enjoy just warms my heart. And that is that.